Good day, everyone, and thank you for joining us on the Business Report. I'm Denise Williams, your guide to the latest happenings in the world of business. The JMMB Group launched its newest subsidiary, JMMB International Limited, at the Hastings Business Center in Barbados. Michael Jordan, Executive Director and Head of Business Development, expressed his excitement about the opportunity to serve Barbados. He outlined the company's initial focus on delivering tailored investment solutions to various entities and high net worth individuals, including JMMB International Access, an online international brokerage service. Dennis Harris, chairman of JMMB International, emphasized the company's commitment to leveraging partnerships in the Caribbean for mutual success. He underscored the immense potential the region holds and highlighted the strategic vision behind establishing a regional presence. Over its 31 years of existence, the JMMB Group has steadily expanded its financial services business lines across Trinidad, Tobago, Jamaica, the Dominican Republic, and now Barbados. Jamaica Producers Limited reported that net profit attributable to shareholders was $15.52 billion, up 575% from December 2022. JP noted in their financial reports the significant increase in the group's profits relative to the prior year can be attributed in part to the successful amalgamation of PanJam Investments Limited and the operating businesses of JP to form the PBCJamaica Group. The amalgamation became effective on the 1st of April 2023 and involved the transfer by Jamaica Producers of 100% of its shares in JP Global Holdings Limited, the subsidiary that held our interest in the operating businesses of JP, to the PBCJamaica Group in exchange for 34.5% interest in the PBCJamaica Group. JP is now the largest shareholder of PBCJamaica Group. PBCJamaica Group is in turn an associated company of Jamaica Producers, and Jamaica Producers' associated company interest in PBCJamaica Group is now our single largest asset. During trading on March 8, 2024, the top advancing stocks covered the entertainment, energy, and distribution sectors on the Jamaica Stock Exchange. Pulse Investment shares advanced 13.37% for a 25% price increase to close at $2.12, with 71,567 shares traded. Wigton Wind Farm Limited shares advanced 11.46% for an 11-cent price increase to close at $1.07, with 13,470,219 shares traded. Blue Power Group Limited shares advanced 10.07% for a 28-cent price increase to close at $3.06, with 1 share traded. On the declining stocks that traders experienced on March 8, 2024, the top 3 losers covered the technology, finance, and transportation sectors. T-Tech Limited declined by 15.51% for a 38-cent price drop to close at $2.07, with 22,178 shares traded. Jamaica Money Market Brokers Group Limited 7.25% cumulative shares declined by 15.15% for 30 cents downward price movement to close at $1.68, with 592,732 shares traded. Trans-Jamaica Highway Limited US dollar shares declined by 11.91% to close at 2 cents, with 717,424 shares traded. Over on the Twin Island Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, they registered a volume of 66,188 shares crossing the floor of the exchange, valued at $2,166,489.77 Trinidad and Tobago dollars. Scotia Trinidad and Tobago Limited was the volume leader with 14,691 shares changing hands for a value of TT $1,031,488.60, followed by National Enterprises Limited with a volume of 10,424 shares being traded for TT $40,646.54. Moving from the money moves of investors, executives, and companies, we turn to the Forex market. On March 8, 2024, the Bank of Jamaica reported that US 15.7 million was bought from Forex traders, while US 15.9 million was sold to Forex traders. Buying directly from the Bank of Jamaica, foreign currency traders sold the US dollar for $155.97 and bought the US dollars for $154.33. The difference between the buy and sell rate was $1.64, which represents a profit for Forex traders for every US dollar traded. Canadian Forex traders earned a trading profit of $7.33 from transactions with the Bank of Jamaica. The Canadian dollar was sold at $117.84 and bought for $110.51. For traders looking at the British pound, they pocketed a profit of $6.69, selling it for $201.24 and buying it for $194.55. For the credit report tip of the day, are you feeling a bit hesitant about talking to your bankers about your credit report? Understanding your credit report is key. Start by requesting a free copy from one of the major credit bureaus. Take your time to go through it and understand what each section means. Look for any errors or inaccuracies that could be dragging down your score. Let's now check in with Danita Rodney and see who's in this week's Young Boss feature.
Welcome to the Business Report. I'm Danita Rodney. This week's Young Boss is the man you go to for your latest and most up-to-date building and construction needs. Let's meet Aquis Group CEO Adrian Bradford.
Adrian Bradford, CEO of Aquis Group and Managing Director of BRL Labs Limited. Well, I offer a full-service construction company. So from the purchase of land, development of the property, renovations of property, and it's not limited just to construction. So if you want me to build a house or apartment or hotel, I can do so. Or if you want me to just consult, give you cost information, you know, how to manage your site, how to manage your deliverables, we can do that as well. So it's a full range of services that really have no limitations. So the difference between myself and Bob the Builder, you know, all these random guys that just think they can build, is I actually studied for it. So I went to the University of Technology, I studied quantity surveying, so I'm a QS by profession. And then I also went to Barbados, where I studied project management and evaluation, so I can actually do the process of building. Now, construction is a family business for me. I grew up with my father doing landscape contracting, concrete testing, various hotel projects, and then I left University of Technology and I traveled throughout the Caribbean, where I learned various trades and, you know, technical skills. So I'm a bit more equipped to give advice and to actually do than a lot of the persons that grew up and said, you know, I can mix some cement, so I'm a contractor. Pretty good. Most of my customers actually are happy that I'm very honest and open. So I'm sometimes even talk myself out of business because I will tell you if it makes no sense, don't spend your money there. So my customers are generally very happy with me. I'm very straightforward with them, which is kind of rare in this kind of environment. Everybody just wants to make a dollar, but for me, your name is more important than the revenue that you could get from that one job. So, you know, it helps. So this brings us back to the original statement, right? There are a lot of people that are claiming to be builders. So Jamaica, unfortunately, like everything else, we have the little bending of the law and the greasing of the palm and the friend here and there, which has reflected in our construction environment, right? So you have a lot of these apartment buildings that they're being zoned in residential areas that should not carry it. They're generally blocking out the view and causing public nuisances, but through friends and the links, they've been able to go. We don't do a lot of policing. So KSAC is one department. They really don't cover all and every nook and cranny, and everybody has a friend somewhere. So I think that's the biggest challenge in Jamaica. Hotel developments come to us to test their concrete. They come to us to test the soil to make sure everything is good and will stand up for 50 years, 60 years. The private man doesn't. So there's nothing that forces them to come and say, verify that this concrete strength is good enough, that it will withstand this hurricane, this seismic activity. They aren't doing that. So my biggest concern is in the smaller market, there aren't enough preventative measures put in place to ensure that we're solid for the future. So that again falls back on government. It's all about regulation. So we need more government bodies enforcing that we build a certain distance from the perimeter, from the road. You limit certain size buildings in certain communities, trying to preserve some of the the traditional kind of infrastructure. Challenges, just the new challenges. And for me, I like construction because it's just to do something different each time. So no job is really the same. All the challenges are different. And it's hard, but you always have that feeling when you finish and you look at something that you've built and you can say, wow, this really turned out great. Or, Jano, I learned some lesson here, so and this can't reach me again, but it's always something exciting. So my office is at 7 Ivory Green Crescent, that's near Crossroad. Online, it's Aqueous Group on Instagram. You can look for BR Labs Limited on Instagram, that's the other page for the concrete testing. And yeah, generally you could see me driving around somewhere in your neighborhood.
And with that, we wrap up today's business report. I'm Denise Williams. Appreciate your company. Stay well informed, stay ahead of the curve. Until our next update, take care.